Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through. Oh wait, I forgot to do this part. What a dope. I was testing out something new, so that's my excuse. We're flipping through Mad Magazine number 394, released June 2000. Cover price $2.99, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, please let me remind you to hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. That is the #1 way that you can support this YouTube channel and help it to continue to grow. Boy, do I sure appreciate it when people hit like and hit subscribe and leave comments. I really do. I click on every single one. I read every single comment that you people leave, okay? And if you look down in the comments, it's not that many. So it's really easy work. But I do read every single one. If you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough. Link is down in the description. You can also become a channel member on YouTube. Link is also down in the description. If you support me on Patreon, what do you get? You get a sick set of stickers. You can get this set of awesome buttons, the signature buttons. And you can also get this stencil. Great for defacing both public and private property. With that, these are the people I get to thank for their support today. Hutch, Ben Forsgren, Joey Gesso, Reflection of Perfection, Tom Richmond, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Maid-Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for your support. I hope that I can keep on it. Oh, if you support me on YouTube, you get, what do you get? I forget. Anyway, let's see. Will this work? You guys, I'm automating everything. I've got buttons that are doing this job for me. It's pretty great. Anyway, so here we have Mad 394. In this issue, we sock it to Pokemon, the practice, and the class of 2000. June 2000. Boy, this is an internet-heavy issue. And if you were alive back, I mean, how old was I? I was like 15 years old when this issue came out. And the internet was different. The internet was just totally different. And there was the pets.com dog. Pets.con is what's on his microphone. One of the most famous instances or examples in the .com bubble, as they say. Here you have, what issue is this from? Is this from the issue where it was like Alfred E. Neuman holding all the balloons and there was all the politicians' faces on those? I don't know. Anyway, it was great. Look at this. Okay, what an odd thing. So this is like their table of contents. It's one of the worst ones ever invented. But look, you just have Pull My Cheney right there by Tom Cheney. By the way, this is not a beanbag chair. That's my sister. Here we go. Lots of house ads to the left. And here, of course, we are in the letters and tomatoes department. I really enjoy it. I love the letters and tomatoes. Bush League politics. A lot of comparisons between George Bush and Alfred E. Neuman. It's a little bit of a stretch, okay? If you ask me, it's a little bit of a stretch. Here you have Senator John McCain and Jeffrey Abel getting the Mad Celebrity snaps. And then, of course, the funny car, or Mad's ugly car. What a weird thing for them to sponsor. I'm curious about this. That's like another thing I'm going to ask Dick DiBartolo about if I ever have the guts to invite him on. Is who is in charge of what Mad would sell or like buy or whatever their name into? Here we have the practice or the malpractice. Hey, look at this. I now have a cough button. You didn't hear that, did you? See? Automation. It's great. Is that Dermot Mulroney or Dylan McDermott? I don't know. I have zero interest You guys know it's hard for me to be reading, right? But then you add into that, I have to read about a lawyer show. You get a movie that I love, I'm going to read the mad spoof of it. You get me a police procedural, I'm not going to do it. Here we have the underachiever, Richard M. Nixon High School, Smogaton Valley, New Jersey. When you flip through your yearbook, we're willing to bet that you notice two things. The yearbook staff has the most photos, and the pages are covered with moronic scrawl. Here's high school yearbook inscriptions you're sure to see. And this is very cool. I wonder who these pictures are of. I know that these are mad staffers. This is like, is this Fakara or Meglin? I don't know. I can't keep them straight. I wonder if any of these are like high school photos from people who worked at MAD. That'd be kind of cool. But I don't know who would be who. Anyway, Joe, I know I've been a complete dick to you all year long, but since this is your yearbook, I thought I should be nice and say that I wish you nothing but the best of luck in your future endeavors. Besides, you look like you've been pretty stressed out lately, so if you suddenly snap and start shooting people, I'd like to be on your good side. Remember, aim away from me, your new friend, Paul. That's nice of Paul. Dear Joe, congratulations on finishing your junior year and on your impending fatherhood. I'm pregnant, you jerk. Elizabeth. Never mind. Dear Joe, I appreciate your effort to make me feel like a friend by having me sign your yearbook. However, I'm still failing you in my class. All the best, Mrs. Ovum Stink. Ovum Stinksky. Oh my God. Very good. Very good writing. I don't know why I'm yawning. It's literally the middle of the day and I've done nothing. I don't know why I'm yawning. A new millennium update to Matt's table of little known and very useless weights, measures, and distances. Here we have 6,914 gallons. I just wanted to say 69. Is the total amount of vomit cleaned up by Times Square sanitation workers the day after New Year's Eve. 9.7 ounces is the amount of butter it takes to fill all the nooks, but only some of the crannies in an English muffin. I just had an English muffin. I love them. This one is interesting. 2 feet 7 inches is how much closer the average American male moved towards his TV screen when soccer player Brandy Chastain whipped off her top. You guys might not remember this, but Brandy Chastain, I mean, she was wearing like a sports bra. It was like, it wasn't something erotic. That's like that's the weirdest thing in this, is that it was just like a, I don't know. It was the least sexual thing I think I've ever seen. And this is coming from a 15-year-old. Wait a second. Here's some I'm gonna have to send this to Kyle Bridget. This is some nudity. That's a breast. 3 feet 7 inches is the average distance your clipped toenail careens across the bathroom floor. Oh yeah, my favorite one was right up here. 2 feet 9 inches is the average distance of a pick and flick with no wind resistance. Not for me. Oh no, not for me. Oh, we're going to stay zoomed in so we can look at this beautiful John Caldwell illustrations. With the exception of subscription to MAD, there's absolutely nothing you can't buy on the internet these days. Just sit at home, point, click, and bam, there it is delivered to your door. But attention, cyber shoppers, before you log on and run up the Visa bill, you really should consider the downside of online shopping. Long hours of carpal tunnel-inducing website surfing amount to the same thing as long hours of corn-inducing mall walking, only without a food court. The Cyber Gap. I had that computer. That was the iMac. You drive by 3 major malls, 12 strip malls, and 7 big box stores on your way to the UPS location to pick up the online order purchase that was delivered overnight to your home, but nobody was there to sign for it. And this is like, I actually have a lot of thoughts on this because I've been described as painfully nostalgic. I've stopped ordering things online because it is actually just easier to go to a store. So that's kind of what I do now, is I go to stores and then I get to see people. For some odd reason, garage sale junk you would once have blown off by chuckling at now merits serious consideration, even when a $14.95 shipping fee is tacked on. Duck's Masterworks, the definitive black velvet Elvis collection. That's a fun little Duck Edwing reference, I'm assuming. It takes all the fun out of shopping for autos. Kicks the tires. 603-87531B. Is that the ceramic penguin lawn ornament or the glow-in-the-dark Cezanne wall calendar? Even if you find a high-tech, user-friendly website, there's still some Einstein in the shipping department with a 50-50 chance of screwing up your order. Cyber shoppers must be aware that at any time they are only one mistyped letter away from some Danish multi-species porn site. That's it. That's what you read John Caldwell for. He builds up to like something really great, and then it's like a ride. He's a composer, right? There's many rises and falls. It's great. There's the emergence of new sucky holiday traditions, such as sitting on Cyber Santa's lap. Instead of free alterations, your clothing purchases come with tech support. Okay, I can see my left hand now. Beautiful. Now let's get your trousers up and running. Do you have access to a ladder? Finally, at the other end of the transaction is quite likely a socially backward techno geek who now knows your measurements, your taste in silk teddies, and your email address. Here we have Monroe and the foreign exchange student. Okay, if you guys didn't know, I had Bill Ray on the program. Please check out, I'll put it right there, a link to that. Such an amazing dude to talk to. He could just talk for hours, and I could talk to him for hours as well. And I hope maybe someday I can invite him back on. I don't know what there is to say. Monroe is beautiful, and it always pushes the boundaries. So this is like his family ships him off to China, I think. I actually didn't read this. I'm just sort of guessing at this. He ships him off to China, and well, okay, I did read it. I just scanned it. All right. This is my favorite part. Yes, now you work at Aphrodisiac Factory in People's Industrial Forest. It is most simple. You separate black bear speen into bucket. In 4 hours, you get rice ball break. This is like way nasty. Yes, but it make man's whistle stiff, like statue. God, his use of like blacks is just incredible. And come on. His mom's a babe. All right. We can admit that, right? And then look, I mean, he really pushed the boundary, right? That's an areola, okay? That's wild. Gosh, Bill Ray is so awesome. Anyway, the Pokemon Collectors Hall of Fame. I don't know how much time I want to spend on this one. It's all right. It's pretty good. I'll tell you this. I was in 5th grade when Pokemon happened. Right? I was like 10 years old. This is like 5 years into the fad. It was a great time to be alive. That's all I'm going to say. Here we have Paul Coker Jr. Bumper stickers that reflect real school life. Let's zoom in on this. Due to watershed down academic... I should be wearing my glasses. Due to watered down Academic standards. My child is an honor student at Northwest High. Look at all this like background illustration. I just love it. My child portrayed an honor student in a school play at Lower Upland High. My child was Ritalin Taker of the Month at North Central Tech. Me child am English honor student at Brown Lake High. My child successfully passed through the metal detector at Southeast Junior High. After I made a large donation to the Alumni Fund, my child, by sheer coincidence, was named Student of the Month at St. Bob's Prep. My child would have been the Student of the Month, but one teacher had a grudge against him and gave him a B instead of an A. The bitch. My child was officially cleared of any wrongdoing at the recent fire at PCS 207. Oh, and look at, there is Flip the bird, beloved mascot of Mad Magazine. Tales from the Duck Side, the X-Files, say it with flowers, funerals. I understand his ex-wife was kind enough to send him flowers. How thoughtful. Adios, scumbag. Okay, now here, this is what I'm going to make. I'm going to write this. Make a video of the Raven spoofs. Make a video of the Raven spoofs. This is Wes Craven. It is writer Andrew J. Schwartzberg, artist Bill Ray, and it's great. The art is brilliant, but it's like, how many Raven spoofs are we going to have? Once Upon a Midnight Dreary, horror flicks did not seem weary. Elm Street, Halloween, and Friday the 13th scared fans galore. Michael, Jason, and the Freddy made fans' stomachs feel unsteady, but no one was really ready for schlock sequels by the score. Which director was most guilty of these schlock clones by the score? 'Twas Wes Craven, king of gore. I mean, I don't know how you can ever crap on Wes Craven, because Wes Craven is one of the greatest directors of all time. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of John Carpenter. Never mind. I was thinking of John Carpenter and like The Thing, and anyway. Soon this genre was outdated. Fans no longer were elated by the bloodbaths that these movies seemed to churn out more and more. But one day an unknown writer wrote a chiller that seemed brighter. Wes Craven helmed this newest frighter, which made fun of flicks of yore. Why would Craven want to mock his horror films from days of yours? 'Cause Wes Craven was a whore. Of course, this is it's all about Scream, and Scream was brilliant. Scream was great in every way. I loved that. I was thinking maybe, yeah, if I could make a video ranking all of the Raven spoofs, and that might be fun. I think people would love that. Yeah. All right, I know what you did last summer. Urban Lemming, Tedious Miss Tingle. I still know your jugs got bigger last summer. The Factory. Now I know you were a slut last summer. Jason and Freddy kill big breast teens on Friday the 13th. Die thick-lipped teen models, and kill, kill, kill. Oh, so great. God, it's brilliant. Speaking of brilliant, how about this one by Michael Gallagher and Paul Coker? One fine day in the animal testing lab. Does mascara, does a little lipstick. Okay, test that out, do a little spray things. Wait a second. How funny. I love that one. That's brilliant. All right, let's go on. Nothing to see here. The Swedish Mistress that made sleeping obsolete. I love these because it's like if you would read like in different magazines, there were these weird ads that they would do, and maybe they still do them, and I just don't read ads anymore. But what these ads would do is they would sort of imitate an article. And so they'd be really text heavy like this, but ultimately it was selling stuff. And this is making fun of the Tempur-Pedic. And the Tempur-Pedic has since become like one of the greatest mattresses of all time. People love the Tempur-Pedic. I don't have a Tempur-Pedic. I go to the original mattress factory. James Warhola is the artist on this. James Warhola getting a good amount of artwork in this issue. I love this. The big fatso and the Tempur-Pedic logo. And then this little one. The Tempur pedal, material molds to your body. You must specify if you want to mold to someone else's body when ordering. Let's zoom out. Oh. Now this is the commencement address for the class of the year 2000. And it's a beautiful illustration by fellow GPK artist Tom Bunk, James Warhola being the other one. And gosh, this may have been peak Tom Bunk. All right, that's all I'm going to say. This might be peak Tom Bunk. And even like they did a good job of like where these bubbles go, because it just gives you enough peeks at like fun little things. Boy, oh boy, is that great. Oh, and there's also words on it too. Don't forget that. That's Mike Snyder's words on the page. Here we have Spy versus Spy. Oh no, he's leaving the lab. Why would he be leaving the lab? Oh no, he's not leaving the lab. He's looking at the lab. Anyway, this is back when he was doing, and by he I mean Peter Kuper, like airbrushing or spray painting, probably airbrushing, right? And he would use stencils to create these Spy versus Spy strips. And even when he moved beyond that method, he retained that style in the artwork pretty well. It was kind of interesting to see, you know, it was such a subtle change, and like it's like now looking at it, it's like, oh yeah, he's not doing the spraying anymore, but it looks great. It looks absolutely great. What a fun thing right here with the Morse code going throughout it. Boy, very, very good. I love this. Mad Anagrams. Boy, they should do this more often. Sam Sisko is the artist, and Pat Merrill is the writer. Dennis Rodman, odd in manners. Howard Stern, trash wonder. The Mars Polar Lander, error made, plans halt. Kathy Lee Gifford, the glorified fake. Callista Flockhart, low-fat chick / LA star. Robert Dole, elder robot. George Bush, he bugs gore. Brandy Chastain, had antics in bra. Princess Diana. Snap. Dies in car. Wow, that one caught me off guard. Here we have a mad look at parents. Beautiful stuff here. Beautiful stuff. Just hit pause and give it a read, okay? How about that? How about that? Oh, look at, hey, go, get out of here. But what? I'm scratching my, oh, he needs a haircut. Goes to the barber shop. Oh, Dad finds out that the babes like it. He gets the same one. Way to go, Dad. Ding dong. Oh, what? Who's this older man? What the hell? Here's some condoms. Just going to driving school. That is fun. Golly, hit pause and read these. Okay, I can't read them for you. Still more obituaries for merchandising characters. Scott Bircher and Frank Jacobs. Juan Valdez, 41, dies in Colombia. Juan Valdez, a Colombian coffee worker, collapsed and died today while picking beans. He was 41, though years of working in the fields made him look much older. The plantation owners worked him 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, under the blazing sun, said a co-worker, who refused to give his name out of fear of losing his job. It is believed that Valdez, who is paid $11 a month, required at least 20 cups of coffee per day to stay awake and keep pace on the job. This diet led to coffee nerves, then to caffeine frenzy, a common killer among Colombian coffee workers. Poor guy. Maytag repairman, 67, dies in refrigerator. But you have to remove the doors of your refrigerator. Pizza Emperor Little Caesar assassinated. Oh, at 2 Pizza Hut. Pets.com sock puppet found dead at local laundromat. And Betty Crocker dead at 88. And finally, we have the celebrity cause of death betting odds. Regis Philbin. Regis Philbin. Is that him? Hey, is that me? Regis Philbin. Who wants to be a billionaire? Is that what he sounds like? Cause of death, burst blood vessel in throat from yelling every other word for no reason. That's what I was just doing. Slits own wrists rather than listen to yet another on-air pity-me speech by Kathy Lee. Pummeled to death by Notre Dame football team for pestering them during halftime with lame win one for the Regis speech. Heart attack from running all over Letterman's studio for stupid cameo. Falls down steps at St. Patrick's Cathedral after daily thanks to God for making a marginal talent like me a big star. Smothered in gratitude by Weasel Network execs for saving ABC's disastrous season with Millionaire Game Show. Now Notre Dame has Shane Gillis. That's sort of an upgrade from Regis Philbin. Boom! I'm Regis Philbin. That's such. Hey, if you guys like my Regis Philbin impression, leave a comment down below. What rocker is everyone sick of listening to? John Rocker. I hate fat monkeys. I hate fat monkeys, queers, AIDS, jailbirds, unwed moms, purple hair. John Rocker. Who's John Rocker? Oh, John Rocker was the baseball player. That's right. Finally, magnetic personality. I'm sorry. I gotta get going. This has been, what has it been? Mad Magazine number 394. You guys remember, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.